Memphians of a certain age were raised to hate Louisville. I was raised to hate Louisville. Bennett was raised to hate Louisville.
I still do.
Bennett.
Yeah, I still do, yes.
The great Jack Eaton once said some version of, if Louisville were playing the Russians, I'd have to cheer for the Russians. And this is in the middle of the Cold War, Bennett. This is not when we were cheering for Russians. This is when Rocky Balboa was going to war with Ivan Drago, okay? We weren't cheering for Russians, but against Louisville, we would cheer for Russians. So I understand if you're a Memphian and you hate Louisville, but it's a neat story happening at Louisville right now. Can I share it with you?
Sure, yeah.
They, like Memphis, hired a former alum to try to get their program elevated and back on track. Memphis hired Penny Hardaway. Louisville hired Kenny Payne. And though the Memphis-Penny Hardaway thing hasn't gone perfectly, it has gone way better than the Louisville-Kenny Payne thing went. It was a disaster. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you he ran the Louisville program further into the ground than I even thought was possible. I am not a basketball coach. I don't think I could be a basketball coach. I'm not Doug Gottlieb. I'm not somebody who talks into a microphone and thinks I can then go run a college basketball program, right? This is what I do. I can do this. I don't think I could coach basketball. Hand to heart, I swear to God, I think I could win more at Louisville than Kenny Payne won at Louisville. I really do. I think if you put me in, you hire me the same day you hire Kenny Payne and said, GP, go run this basketball program, I think I'd win more than he won. Past 2 years at Louisville, Kenny Payne went 5-35 in the ACC. 5-35 in the ACC. And right now, in year one under Pat Kelsey, the former Charleston coach, Louisville is 15-5 overall, 8-1 in the ACC. Probably the second best team in the league behind Duke. Probably headed for the NCAA tournament on a 9-game winning streak. It is proof that if you make a bad hire, I don't care how good your program is, how historically strong your program is, it can get taken to a place you can't even think it could get taken to. That's what Kenny Payne did at Louisville. And what Pat Kelsey is doing at Louisville right now is providing another reminder that in this era of one-time transfer waivers and name, image, and likeness rights, you can build a competent basketball team in one offseason. You do not need time. You do not need multiple years. Mark Pope at Kentucky has built a good team in one offseason. Darren DeVries at West Virginia has built a good team in one offseason. Mark Byenting at Vanderbilt has built a good team in one offseason. And Pat Kelsey at Louisville has built a good team in one offseason. Don't ever let any coach anymore ever tell you it takes time. It doesn't. It takes talent. It takes NIL money. It takes an understanding of how to roster build in this era of college basketball, but it is possible. And what Pat Kelsey is doing at Louisville right now serves as a reminder of that.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.